The visiting Glens Falls Dragons and your Saugerties Stallions here at Cantine Field. Tonight I'm joined by Dan Shalom here in the Pack Hub broadcast booth. Dan, what do we have to look forward to tonight?
Yeah, a good matchup between one team that's surging and one team that's struggling. The Dragons come in 0-4 into this game. The Stallions, of course, undefeated, looking to stay undefeated at home after that thriller of a win on Sunday against the Mohawks 5-4.
As that ball is laced into the left center gap, Dieter will get to it and get it into second base.
That's Cato Kleinman right there. Kleinman with the hit. That's his first hit of the day today. But he had a hit against Oneonta in the last game, batting 154. So a nice start here for the Dragons. And on the mound today for the Stallions is number 20 Chase Valkenburg. Ben Valkenburg, yeah. Then what can you tell him about us, Casey?
About Jason Valkenburg, he's got one appearance so far. He only pitched one inning. He closed out the game in Oneonta to start off the season. He gave up one hit, struck one out, and allowed 0 runs.
Ben Valkenburg only pitching that one inning in Oneonta on May 31st, looking for a good outing here today.
Valkenburg delivers, and Wu hits it into center field. Well, Quello's not able to get there, drops in right in front of him. Runners on first and second to start off for the Dragons.
And you don't usually see this from the Dragons. The Dragons this season getting outscored 47-13 through their first 4 games. So uncharacteristic type of hitting here from the Glens Falls Dragons in the top of the first.
Ben Valkenburg comes set. And his first pitch to Gouveia is low for ball 1.
Yeah, Gouveia playing out in right field today for the Dragons. Went 0-2 against Albany in his last game. This season he's batting .250. So the right hitter up at the right time here for the Dragons with a runner in scoring position.
Runners leading off first and second. Delivery. Ball outside. Count goes 2-0.
Ben Valkenburg surrendered a hit in that one inning pitch he had at Oneonta on the 31st. Just trying to calm himself down here after back-to-back hits.
As that one's in there for a low strike 1. Count goes 2-1 now.
Ben Valkenburg, the local kid from Saugerties. It was his birthday yesterday, and now pitching the day after. Still looking for what he's going to be next season for college.
2-1 is fouled back. And the count will go to 2-2 now.
A huge out here in the top of the first. Van Valkenburg needs this one right now with runners on first and second, nobody out.
Chase checks the runners. Comes set. Here comes the 2-2. Swung on and fouled up right over our heads. Count will stay at 2-2.
That's really been a struggle for Glens Falls offensively this season. Like we said, 47-13 run differential, but in their past 4 games, they've only put up 4 runs and then 0. So trying to start something here at Cantine Field, now a 3-2 full count.
And the 3-2 to Gouveia is swung on and hit foul to left side of the field. And we'll do it again at 3-2.
Gouveia, the rising junior at UMass Boston, sport management neighbor, the only lefty hitter in his entire family. How about that?
Here comes the 3-2. Ball 4 low in the dirt, and Gouveia walks to load the bases here early for the Dragons.
Definitely not what you thought would be the start here in this game, especially for a Stallions team that has won their last 3 games with the bats being hot. Saugerties outscoring opponents 25-8 in their last few games, and the staff ERA sitting at 2.16. But a high danger situation here in the top of the first.
Now batting for the Dragons is Jack Griffin. He'll be the extra hitter today. And the first pitch to him is in there for a strike.
Griffin went 1 for 2 last night versus Oneonta with a walk. Trying to continue that here tonight.
The 0-1. Hit over to Hot at shortstop. To Rodriguez, to Riccio for the double play.
Yeah, Resio able to bring that one in. And the Stallions more than willing to trade 2 outs in that bases loaded, no out situation for a run. And it's an early 1-0 Glens Falls lead.
Well done by Jason to just roll a ground ball and relieve some pressure off him early in the first here. The first pitch to Christian Knight here is fouled to the right side.
Yeah, Knight went 0 for 3 against Albany in his last game, still searching for his first hit of the season.
Fouled right back. And it goes to 0-2.
Van Valkenburg sitting at 0-2 here. So close to coming out of this inning with the damage limited.
And the 0-2 from the Valkenburg. He delivers high for ball 1.
Yeah, that was a funky pitch right there. The off speed just really didn't seem like he got that arm down, and that's ball 1 upstairs.
Yeah, it looks like he came in his hand a little early there. See what he goes to here on the 1-2 pitch. Foul to the right side again. Christian Knight was pretty early on that curveball. The 1-2. Fouled off again. Knight does not want to go down.
He's putting up a fight here in the top of the first. Glens Falls leading 1-0 in a surprising turn of events. You really wouldn't have thought so before the game.
Valkenburg set to pitch the 1-2 again tonight. Low, and the count's evened up at 2. Two. Swung on and fouled off again to the right side. Knight's, I think, 4th foul ball of the at-bat. Refusing to give up here. Here comes a 2-2 from the Valkenburg. Another foul ball.
War of attrition right here with Van Valkenburg going up against Knight.
Just outside for Van Valkenburg on the 2-2 pitch. Count now 3-2.
Runner still sitting at third here for Glens Falls. Anything hit to the outfield would be another run.
And he strikes him out. Stranding Ove at third. His first strikeout of the game. And the Stallions are coming to bat here in the bottom of the first. We are on the Saugerties Stallions YouTube channel, and we'll be right back. Hello and welcome back to the Saugerties Stallions YouTube channel. I'm Casey DeSalle, joined by Dan Shalom. Now let's take a look at that Saugerties Stallions batting lineup. Leading us off here, we got Mario Travella. Batting second, we got Byram Hotch. In the 3-hole is Ethan Conrad. And batting cleanup will be Ryan Riccio. Batting fifth for the Stallions will be Fritz Genther. Sixth, Michael Coelho. Seventh, Rich Rodriguez. And batting eighth is Evan Dieter. Ninth, Zach Anderson. And rounding out for the Stallions is Anthony Marcano.
Yeah, you look up and down this lineup, and there's a couple people that you highlight, of course. Byram Hott and Ethan Conrad, both of these guys on the national transfer team through Pac Hub. There's UMiami and Wake Forest scouts here tonight looking at both of those guys. And then, of course, you go down to the 4 spot with Ryan Riccio. The hero against Amsterdam had the walk-off, his only hit of the game, which gave the Stallions the victory.
Yeah, those 3 guys are on fire as of late. And now, let's take a look at the Dragons' defense. Well, actually, we're not going to do that right now. We'll do it later. First pitch from Logan Krause is way up.
Krause, the 6'4" rising freshman committed to St. John's Fisher out of Ravenna, New York, standing at 193 pounds. Hasn't pitched yet for the Dragons this season, so his first start here tonight at Cantine Field.
And standing in for the Stallions is Mario Travella, batting a .250 so far this year. As the 1-0 is, or no, that should be, 1-0 is low for and make the count 2-0.
Travella had that home run in the season opener at Oneonta, along with that 2 hits and 5 RBIs. Hasn't played a game since.
So 2-0 is low again. 3-0. Travella also has 5 RBIs in the season. 3-0 from Krause. In there for the first strike for his game and campaign. 3-1. Swung on and hit to Uvea. He's under it, and he's got it. Easy first out for the Dragons. Now batting for the Stallions will be Byram Hotch, one of those guys we highlighted in the lineup.
Yeah, Hott's been on fire. Went 2 for 4 against Amsterdam with a double and a stolen base, batting .308 this season in the transfer portal through Pac Hub, like we mentioned. UMiami here tonight looking at him. Hopefully he has a good performance tonight and shows the scouts some power.
And the first pitch from Krause is hit over the hot corner, fielded, and bang play at first to get hot.
An easy play there for Friend, collected over there at third. Fired over to Bernardo, and there's 2 outs with Ethan Conrad coming to bat.
And boy, is Ethan Conrad hot to start the season, batting a .538 with 1 home run and 5 RBIs.
Yeah, went 3 for 4 against Amsterdam with a double. Ended up being the winning run in that game off of Reccio's hit.
First pitch to Conrad is low for ball 1.
Another guy who's getting highly scouted, both Wake Forest and UMiami, primarily here to see him tonight, and they'll also be here tomorrow.
Krause delivers the 1-0. Low again for ball 2. Two from Krause. Swung on and fouled back, making the count 2-1.
Conrad was really a spark plug in that game against Amsterdam. The Bats were struggling with Auburn lefty Drew Nelson on the mound, but then things turned around when Conrad was at the plate in the bottom of the 9th.
2-1 is just outside for 3-1 count now. 3-1 count's a very dangerous count to have against Ethan Conrad, let me tell you.
Yeah, he homered in a 3-0 count at Boonville a couple of nights ago.
Swings and hits one deep to right field. Uvea going back, and it's over the wall. Bon voyage baseball as Ethan Conrad ties it up here in the bottom of the first with his second home run of the campaign. Wow. Just as we mentioned, a dangerous count to Ethan Conrad. He hits one right over the Amtech sign in right field.
Yeah, it shows exactly why UMiami and Wake Forest are here tonight to recruit him. As he hammers that one to right field, it was about the same spot he hit the home run in Boonville, and quickly the Stallions have tied this game up at 1.
Now coming to the plate for the Stallions is number 9, Ryan Riccio.
Yeah, Resio was the hero in the Amsterdam game, had the game-winning hit, went over the entire game, and then finished with that single up the middle to bring Conrad home and give the Stallions the win.
Yeah, and he was nodded the player of the game for that hit, as the 1-0 pitch is low for ball 2. Here comes the 2-0 from Kraus. Resio hits it deep to left field. Hart going back, back-to-back home runs here for the Stallions. Wow. What a turnaround from the top of the first to the bottom of the first.
So it went from really good in this top of the first for starting pitcher Logan Kraus to really bad. 2 straight home runs from Conrad and Resio. Resio played the hero against Amsterdam and now delivering for his team to give them their first lead of the game. And it's 2-1 Stallions in the bottom of the first.
Now coming to the plate for the Stallions will be number 44, Fritz Genther. He played his first game here Sunday night. He's yet to get his first hit. We'll see what he can do here against Kraus.
The UMass Lowell product struggled in his first game, was batting leadoff, bumped down to the 5-hole here in this one.
First pitch to Genther. It's a curveball just off the outside, it looks like. Kraus delivers the 1-0. Outside, 2-0.
Back-to-back solo shots here in the bottom of the first, giving the Stallions the lead. And they're looking to add with a 2-0 count here in the bottom of the first.
The 2-0 to Genther. Swung on and lined into left center field. Going to get down for a single. Genther with a big round to their first base. Thought about second, but
Genther's first hit as a Stallion right there.
Now coming to the bat for the Stallions is Mike Quello. Early on in the campaign here, he's batting a 143 with 1 RBI.
Yeah, John Michael Cuello went 1 for 3 at Boonville with an RBI and 2 walks. So looking to get back on track. That 143 doesn't tell the whole story with the amount of walks that he's had so far this season.
The 1-0 outside, make it 2-0.
And you got to watch Genther over there at first. He's a speed threat.
Yes, he is. Especially with the righty on the mound. Has the advantage there.
Knight's going to want to come out and talk this one over with Kraus.
Looks like Knight and Kraus are done talking it over. We'll get right back to the game here. Kraus comes set. The 2-0 is swung on and hit to Kleiman at short. He'll field and throw to first and get Genther out at first to end the inning. As the Stallions put up 2 on 2 solo shots and take the lead 2-1 here. We'll step aside. You're watching the Saugerties Stallions YouTube channel. Hello, welcome back to the Saugerties Stallions YouTube channel. I'm joined by Dan Shalom here in the Pack Hub broadcast booth. And let's take a look at the Saugerties Stallions defense now. Conrad, Quillo, and Dieter rounding out the outfield from right to left, and Trivella at the hot corner right next to Byram Hot at shortstop. And Rich Rodriguez will join him in the middle infield. Playing first base will be Ryan Resio. Behind the dish will be Anderson, and on the mound is Jason Valkenburg, as touched on earlier.
Yeah, and the big thing that you have to touch upon in the starting lineup is Anderson behind the plate. Blackmore, 5 passed balls in the game against Amsterdam. Anderson looking for a much cleaner game than that. One of those runs also scored on that pass ball by Blackmore.
Jace off to a quick start here, going up 0-2 to Bernardo. Yes, Caden Bernardo only hasn't gotten a hit yet this season, but he does have 1 RBI. Swing and a miss. 3 straight strikes for Jace Valkenburg to set down Bernardo. And this is a much better start than last inning for Vin Valkenburg. Now coming to the bat for the Dragons is Adrian Karen, batting at .500 so far with 1 RBI. First pitch to him is ball inside. Valkenburg delivers second pitch low to Karen. 2-0 count here. And the 2-0 is high, 3-0. We'll see if Karen will have the green light here. I doubt he will, so early in the game. He takes it, strike 1, making the count 3-1.
Karen, small but mighty, standing at 175.10, comes out of Amherst and is local to Queensburg, New York.
3-1. Swung on foul into the dirt. Make it full count now. And Valkenburg doing a good job of battling back in this at-bat. See if he can finish off right here. 3-2. Fouled. Back. That's a label foul. Van Valkenburg looking in for the sign. Comes set. Here comes the 3-2. On the inside corner for strike 3. Chase's second strikeout of the inning, third of the game.
Got him looking. That's the first strikeout looking for Van Valkenburg in this game.
Now coming to bat for the Dragons is Jack Friend, number 28. His first pitch to him is popped up right above second base, and Rich Rodriguez got it for the out. So a smooth second inning after a difficult one for Jason Valkenburg. We'll step aside here on the Saugerties Stallions YouTube channel in the bottom of the second. Hello and welcome back to the Saugerties Stallions YouTube channel. I'm joined by Dan Shalom here tonight. Jason Valkenburg doing a good job of settling down after that rough start in the first inning.
Yeah, 2 strikeouts there and a fly out over to second base. Van Valkenburg now with 3 Ks on the day, settling in nicely after giving up 2 straight singles, a walk, and then the RBI double play.
Leading off the second inning for the Stallions will be number 7, Rich Rodriguez. Dan, what we have on Rodriguez so far this year?
Yeah, he's 1 for 3 against Amsterdam with 2 RBIs. He was the guy that poked it into left field, causing that error. And then on top of that, batting .429 to start the season, slotting in at the 7th hole. So a guy you got to keep your eye on.
First pitch from Krause. Rodriguez is popped high in the sky over above first base. Bernardo under it. He'll make the easy catch to retire Rodriguez. Now coming to the plate will be number 10, Evan Dieter. Dieter playing left field today.
Yeah, Dieter went 1 for 2 against Amsterdam, so started on Sunday with a single. This season batting .200.
Krause steals. First pitch is fouled back to make the count 0-1. Dieter settles in here. Krause set. Here it comes. The 0-1. In there. Strike 2. Looked like an off-speed pitch there.
The off-speed gets him ahead 0-2 with 1 out.
The 0-2 to Dieter. High for ball 1. Comes the 1-2 from Krause. Inside. The count even at 2-2 now for Dieter. Krause step off the mound here, gather himself. Krause looking in, doing the 2-2. Dieter slaps it to climb in at short, and he'll throw to Bernardo to retire Dieter at first base.
2 quick outs here for Krause in the bottom of the second, and coming up is Zach Anderson. Hasn't played since Boonville, went 1 for 4 in that game with a double and an RBI. It's his only game this season, batting .250.
Anderson steps in the box here. First pitch from Krause. Curveball in there for strike 1. The 0-1. Down and outside for ball 1.
Anderson, the Ohio State product. It's Krause deals.
1-2 now. The 1-2 from Krause. Curveball high and chopped foul.
Yeah, that pitch was way out of the zone on the top half. Definitely not a pitch you want to be caught swinging, but luckily goes foul, and Anderson will get another shot.
Anderson watches the 1-2 pitch in the dirt, made the count 2-2.
The Dragons haven't had much success here at Cantine Field. 3-12 all time since we started tracking stats in 2021.
Guess you could say nothing short of dominant for the Stallions then. As the 2-2 comes in, low again. Full count now for Anderson.
That home stat doesn't tell the full story. The Saugerties Stallions only led the season's series 6-4 last season, so these two teams nearly neck and neck.
The 3-2, down and away, ball 4. Anderson walks. That'll bring Anthony Marcano to the plate. The extra hitter tonight.
Anderson's first walk of the season.
Kraus checking Anderson at first. He'll come set. First pitch to Marcano is low, 0-1. Or 1-0, sorry.
Marcano this season 1 for 5, batting .250. At Boonville had an RBI in that game along with a strikeout.
1-0 in the dirt. Looked like it bounced in front of the plate that time.
Yeah, Kraus was having trouble here with 2 outs in that first inning. Got Trivella and Hott before Conrad and Resio went yard, followed by a Genther single. And here in this inning, gets Rodriguez and Dieter before walking Anderson with 2 outs.
Yes, we'll see if Marcano can copy the success of Conrad and Resio. A 2-0. Swung on and missed. 2-1.
Marcano, another one of those guys in the Pac Hub national team. The transfer in the portal after playing at UMass Lowell.
2-1 is low. Making the count 3-1 here.
So we saw this last inning. Conrad had the 3-1 count before he went yard with 2 outs in the inning. Marcano trying to replicate.
The 3-1. Low again. And he'll walk.
Back-to-back walks.
The top of the order, Mario Trivella.
Trivella flew out to right field, got some good wood on it there in the first inning, but not enough to get the ball in play.
First pitch to Trivella. Down for ball 1. Here comes the 1-0 from Kraus. High, ball 2. Kraus kind of lost his strike zone here the last couple batters.
Yeah, really having trouble finding himself here. Back-to-back walks, and now has Trivella in a 2-0 count. And this guy can swing for power. We saw it with the home run in the season opener in Oneonta.
2 from Kraus. In the dirt again, and the runners are on the move. No throw from Knight behind the plate. The runners advance up to second and third now.
Yeah, so Anderson and Marcano both move up 90 feet on the ball that was spiked there by Kraus. A good block by Knight, just couldn't get it in time to fire over to third.
And Bob Trivella here. Oh, it's going to be an intentional walk here.
And I like that move right here. There's no reason to throw. 3-0 count with runners at second and third already. 2 outs in the inning. It's just going to lead to damage. But it sets Byram Hott with a prime opportunity here. 2 outs for RBIs. He grounded out over to third in his first at-bat. I'm looking to change that a prime opportunity to do so right now.
Comes the first pitch from Kraus to Hott. Well, again, another ball.
That's 6 straight balls now out of the hand of Kraus.
Now, you said you like that move, intentionally walking him, but
yes.
I don't know if I want to intentionally walk Trivella to get to Hott, personally.
With
I
2
might
outs
just still
in the
attack
inning,
him.
you need to set up the force here, and to be honest with you, it seemed as if Kraus was going to walk him regardless, so I'm a fan of that move.
As the 1-0 is low and outside to make the count 2-0 here. 7 straight balls. The 2-0 pitch to Hott. Outside again. 3-0. Kraus is in danger of walking in a run here.
Yeah, Kraus has really put himself in a bad situation. And on deck, of course, is Ethan Conrad, who already has a home run in this game. So you have to be careful right here if you're Kraus.
The 3-0. In there for strike 1. Caught the inside corner. I mean, Hott was definitely taking all the way there with the track record of this inning so far. 3-1 to Hot. Someone fouled straight back, and the count will go to 3-2.
Yeah, we see a pitcher going over to the Dragons bullpen. That's Trevor Corlow, the South Glens Falls native. He's uncommitted as of right now, and they might bring him in here if things start to get ugly.
A 3-2. Runners going. Ball 4 low, and that'll walk in Anderson and make the score 3-1 Stallions.
Yeah, so that's now 4 straight walks for Kraus, and the worst situation possible for the Dragons with Conrad coming to bat.
Looks like we're getting another mound visit here early. I'm curious to find out their attack strategy here as Ethan Conrad's coming to the plate, because it seems like you can't get Ethan Conrad out, no matter if you try.
Yeah, it's going to be really hard for Kraus to adjust right here with Conrad coming to the plate, knowing that you've already given a home run up to him in this game. With the added tax of having the bases loaded, it was 2 outs last time he went yard, and Kraus hasn't been able to find the strike zone. So a really difficult situation here for Logan Kraus in the bottom of the second.
And here he comes, Ethan Conrad to the plate now. As Red Dragons, not the Red Dragons, sorry, excuse me. The Glens Falls Dragons head coach heads back to the dugout. And the first pitch from Krause to Conrad is in there for a strike. Caught the bottom of the strike zone there. The 0-1. Swung on and hit to the first baseman, Bernardo. He'll snag it and get Ethan out at first base. The Stallions get one more run here in the bottom of the second. We'll take a break, coming back to you in the top of the third inning. Welcome back here on the Saugerties Stallions YouTube channel. I'm joined by Dan Shalom here on this warm June night. Jason Valkenburg started off the game, gave him a couple hits, and gave him a run in the first inning, but he settled down since with 4 strikeouts in the last inning and a third here. Or sorry, excuse me, 3 strikeouts.
Van Valkenburg settled into this game nicely after giving up that earned run with 2 hits in the top of the first, and looking to continue that dominance right here against the left fielder Ryan Hart.
Ryan Hart doesn't have a hit yet this season, but he does have 3 walks.
Still searching for his first hit of the season.
The 0-1. Looks like the slider there, just off the outside corner to make the count 1-1.
It's a good pitch location right there from Van Valkenburg, trying to get that outside corner. The umpire not giving it.
1-1 is high. 2-1. The 2-1 from Van Valkenburg is swung on and missed by Hart, evening the count at 2-2.
Hart's traveled a long distance to play in the PGCBL, the Portland, Oregon native, so all the way from the West Coast here for the summer.
As the 2-2 is low and make it 3-2. All the way on Oregon? That's far.
Originally from Oregon, but lived in Saratoga Springs as a kid, so knows the area.
As the 3-2 is swung on and missed for another strikeout from Jace Van Valkenburg. He's got 4 here early in this game.
Yeah, 4 out of his last 5 batters retired have come by way of the strikeout, so Van Valkenburg really settling into this game nicely.
Not coming back for the the Dragons is Cody Meyer. As he hits it over to Hot at shortstop, he'll catch it on the line.
Wasn't much on that ball by Meyer. An easy snag there for Hot, and there's 2 down in the inning.
And that'll bring the top of the order up here, Cato Kleiman.
Kleiman had a single in his first trip to the plate. That got the Glens Falls offense going.
Bunts it foul for the first pitch.
Kleiman just finished his junior year at Chaminade, freshman year at Santa Clara, sophomore year at Monterey Pensacola, and now he's in the transfer portal once again.
The 0-1 to Kleiman. Fouled to the Dragons dugout, and it'll be 0-2. Let's see Jason Valkenburg another strikeout here early. As he pokes it to the right side, Rodriguez tried to make a nice play, but Valkenburg was not to first base yet. Good job of Anderson to be backing up that throw angle, because it's a tough angle there. If he's running all the way in the first baseline, it could be over here, and Kleiman could be at second base right now.
Yeah, that was a really hard play for Rodriguez to make there. I believe it was Riccio in the end with the one that came up with it, trying to throw to first, but Anderson was there regardless. It'll go down as a hit, and there's a runner on here for the Dragons in the top of the 3rd.
As the first pitch to Wu is on the outside half for a strike.
Wu also with his single and his first trip at the dish, trying to replicate what Kleiman just did here in the top of the 3rd.
As Valkenburg tries to pick off Kleiman at first, but is unsuccessful. Valkenburg comes set. Here comes the 0-1. Swung a hit right to Rodriguez at second base. He'll toss it to Hot at second to end the inning. And coming up in the next half of the game, next half inning, will be Riccio, Genther, and Quillo. We'll step aside here on this Saugerties Stallions broadcast. Welcome back here on the Saugerties Stallions YouTube channel. Horse Shows in the Sun hits. A sponsor
you
here
know a thing or two about that place, right?
About that place because I'm working there all the time this summer. They seem to be taking up a little bit too much of my time sometimes. And pizza aimed to please your taste buds. Slices. That's a nice pizza place right in town of Saugerties. I go there quite often because I'm only a couple blocks away.
Yeah, I mean, we had it for the pregame meal yesterday, and it was pretty good. Can't say anything negative about them, and proud that they're one of our sponsors here for the 2024 season.
Leading off the inning for the Stallions will be number 9, Ryan Riccio here. His first pitch to him is popped up to the right side of the infield. And it'll get just over the fence in foul territory.
Recio's had a great last couple of at-bats. The walk-off win on Sunday night and then a home run following Ethan Conrad's home run in his first first time at the dish in this game. His first home run of the season.
Kraus delivers the 0-1 to Recio. It's low. They can tie it up at 1-1. The Dragons sticking with Kraus here after a near disastrous second inning, but there still is activity in the bullpen. As the 1-1 is a curveball in there for strike 2.
Kraus doing a nice job getting ahead in a game where he's struggled to get ahead against the hitters.
The 1-2 in the dirt, even the count at 2-2. Kraus delivers the 2-2. Another pitch in the dirt. Full count here for Recio. (3-2) to Recio. On a line right to Kleinman at shortstop. He'll catch the line drive and retire Recio here. That'll bring Fritz Genther to the plate, the DH tonight.
Yeah, that's now 3 straight innings where Kraus has retired the first batter of the inning. He's really struggled with 2 outs, but the first 2 have been no problems so far through 3 innings.
Comes the first pitch to Genther.
And Kraus's game today has been a lot of off-speed chase in the dirt, and the Saugerties Stallions showing plenty of plate discipline to just lay off and not take it.
Yep. 1-0 to Genther. Hit on a line in between the third and short. That'll be a single for Genther.
Genther's second single of the game.
Mike Quello coming up to the bat now.
That's good to see from Genther after going 0 for 4 against Amsterdam in his debut. Back-to-back hits to get his season started.
Because first pitch to Quello is low and away for ball 1. Yeah, definitely a good sign for Genther there after that struggle against the Mohawks on Sunday night. Another pitch low and away, 2-0. Kraus checks the runner at first. He comes set. The 2-0. In there, strike 1.
Genther with a sizable lead over there at first. It seems like he's going to go on one of these next few pitches.
Kraus comes set. Genther goes. The throw from Knight is late. Genther will steal the base here.
Just like I said there, Casey, he was leading off and then he takes it on the very next pitch.
Very good prediction there from Dan.
Genther's first stolen base as a Stallion, and now there's a runner in scoring position here in the bottom of the third.
It's almost like you know the Stallion signs over there.
Maybe.
Comes the 2-2. Fouled. Or? Yep, foul ball. It's right on the line there. Couldn't tell from this angle. The lights are on. If you need electrical work, call Richards. Richards Electric. Kraus fakes the throw over to second base there, trying to hold Genther from stealing another base.
We saw a pivotal moment where last game against the Mohawks in the bottom of the third as well, where the leader was, or where the runner on second was leading off of the base, and then a balk from the Amsterdam pitcher allowed the Stallions runner over to third, and then he would eventually come around to score. So the problems there over by Genther are definitely making a difference on Kraus as a mound visit right now.
Looks like the Dragons are going to make a change here on the mound after the walk to Coelho. So we'll take a moment here, step aside. Be right back. Welcome back here to the Saugerties Stallions YouTube channel. The Red Dragons making a change here in the mound, making a call to the Dallas Hot Wiener bullpen, bringing the hot sauce out of the Dallas Hot Wieners bullpen.
Yeah, it's going to be number 35 Trevor Corley coming in, the South Glens Falls native, and he's bounced around a little bit. He's uncommitted and currently in the portal, the senior righty.
And the change coming after Logan Kraus just not really having it tonight. A lot of pitches in the dirt and a lot of walks.
Yeah, final line there for Kraus in this game. 3 hits, 3 earned runs. Not the best outing. 4 runners left on base, so the damage definitely limited. And now a new pitcher on the mound in Corlew for the Dragons so far this season. 2 1/3 innings pitched against Amsterdam in the season opener, along with a walk and a strikeout. Hasn't given up a run, so ERA standing at 0 coming into this 2-run ball game here in the bottom of the third.
Two have one out here in the bottom of the third. Looks like Corley threw his last warm-up pitch and will get going. Rich Rodriguez steps to the plate here with 1 out and runners on first and second.
Rodriguez popped up over to first, and his first at-bat was 1 for 3 against Amsterdam on Sunday.
Corley looking on for the sign here. He'll come set. Checking Genther at second. The first pitch to Rodriguez. Runners go. Safe at third base is Genther. Another stolen base for Fritz Genther here. And the Stallions are set up second and third with 1 out.
Yeah, Genther with a huge jump there off of second. Really gave Knight no chance despite the pitch being a fastball at the top of the zone and getting it down there in a fairly quick amount of time.
The one on Rodriguez. Swung on foul down the right field line. They go into the visiting bullpen. Count 1-1.
Rodriguez, another one of those Weber products that came up with head coach Colin Martin, native to Puerto Rico.
Corlew comes set here with the 1-1 count. Delivered and fouled right towards the high school. And with the count 1-2 to Rodriguez. This would be a big out here for Corlo if he can get it. With runners on second and third and one out. The 1-2 to Rodriguez. High. Ball 2. Kulo steps on the rubber. He fires a 2-2. Swung on miss. Rich Rodriguez goes down on strikes here in the bottom of the third. Now coming to the plate is Evan Dieter.
First strikeout of the game for the Stallions there. They've really had a clean game hitting, but first strikeout, first batter of the game for Trevor Corley. And now there's 2 out in the inning, trying to lessen the damage with runners at second and third.
Looks like Knight is going to talk it over with Corlew here before he faces Dieter. And we're all set. Dieter steps in. And the first pitch of Dieter is low for ball 1.
You look up and down the current standings in the PGCBL. Saugerties standing atop at 3-0. The Glens Falls Dragons all the way down at 8th. 0-4 this season on a 4-game losing streak. Saugerties tied with Albany, who's also 3-0. They'll meet them tomorrow night here at Cantine Field at 7 p.m.
1-0 is outside. 2-0 to Dieter.
Utica sitting in third. The Stallions will take a trip to them on Saturday, and then Amsterdam sitting there in fourth at 2-1. The Stallions will welcome back the Mohawks this upcoming Sunday at Cantine Field for their second matchup of the season.
Corley delivers a 2-0. Fouled. Out of play. Right side. Counts are going 2-1 here. Corley sets for the 2-1 pitch. Genther leading off third a little bit. Hit on a line to left field. Genther's going to score. Coelho's going to score. And Dieter picks up 2 RBIs. Stallions lead at 5-1 here in the bottom of the third.
First RBIs of the season there for Evan Dieter. He drives in both runs with 2 outs, and those runs won't go against Trevor Corley. Logan Krause's final line now finishes with 2 1/3 innings pitched, 4 hits, and 5 earned runs in his first start for the Dragons.
Stallions are continuing their hot hitting here early in this one. First pitch to Anderson's low. Anderson walked in his first at bat. Here comes the 1-0 from Corlew. As Dieter goes, he is safe at second base. Another stolen base here for the Stallions.
A bang-bang play. It seemed as if Knight almost got him down there, but Dieter able to get under the tag, and it's another runner in scoring position now for the Stallions. Also, it's their 5th stolen base of this game, so getting active on the base pass.
The 2-0 is... What was it called? Right. 2-0 is swung on. Kind of tried to hold back there, but went around. It's 2-1 now. 2-1 to Anderson. Is chopped second base. He'll gather it and throw over to Bernardo to retire Anderson at first base. The Stallions tack on 2 runs here in the bottom of the third. We'll step aside here on the Saugerties Stallions YouTube channel. Welcome back to the Saugerties Stallions YouTube channel. Pitching change here for the Stallions. Elias Conway. Dan, what do we have on him?
Yeah, Conway's a skilled arm. He is the righty out of Delaware. Won a state championship in his senior year at Columbia High School. And then, get this, right? He is also a PGCBL veteran. Played with the Albany Dutchmen last year and now with the Stallions for this season. Conway pitched 3 innings at Oneonta in the opener in the 11-0 win. No runs given up in that one, had 3 walks, 6 strikeouts. It was a pretty good one there. That pitching performance as a whole started with Nick Pettit, then went to Elias Conway, and then finished out with Van Valkenburg. So holistically, the staff for the Stallions has been really good. That ERA coming in was 2.16, now a little bit up after that run given up by Van Valkenburg, but still really comprehensive, and the pitching has been there under pitching coach Rich Doobie.
Conway throws his last warm-up pitch here, and we'll get started in the 4th. Leading off the inning here for the Dragons will be Justin Govea. First pitch to Govea, in there for a strike. Conway delivers the 0-1 pitch. High for ball 1.
So Van Valkenburg's final line, he finishes 3 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 earned run, a walk, and 4 strikeouts. So another promising performance from Van Valkenburg, but he gives up his first run in the process.
As the 1-1 is swung on and missed here, making the count 1-2.
Conway looking to get started with another strikeout. Had 6 in Oneonta, and looking to keep dominating here in the lefty-lefty matchup.
1-2 from Conway. Waved at and missed. He'll get his first strikeout of the game.
Conway's 7th strikeout of the campaign, and that's a big strikeout to get things started, striking out the 3-hole hitter for the Dragons.
And that'll bring Jack Griffin to the plate for the Dragons. First pitch from Conway to Griffin is on the inside half for a strike. Oh, 0-1. Try to check his swing, but went around. We'll go to 0-2 here.
Conway dominant so far. The strikeout and now ahead 0-2 here in the top of the 4th.
The 0-2 from Conway. Fouled. Right over the visitors' bleachers over there.
And Jack Griffin in the transfer portal right now, just finished his sophomore year at St. Rose, trying to find a new home for 2025.
Here comes the 0-2 to Griffin. Swung on a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the game for Conway.
Back-to-back strikeouts here for Conway, making light work of the heart of the Dragons lineup.
I think we touched on this last time he pitched. Pretty zippy fastball for him.
Yeah, his high velo, and then he mixes in with those off-speed. Really is effective, especially as a lefty. You don't see that high velo very much anymore.
As the first pitch is off speed and in there for strike one. Conway delivers the 0-1. Swung on a missed. Night down 0-2 quickly.
Conway once again making easy work with that fastball. Another high leverage count where he has complete control.
Christian Knight looking to strike at the side. And the 0-2 is low for ball one.
Still not at the point when we talked to Rich Doobie where he started talking to the pitchers just yet. He really likes to see guys go through 2 rotations before starting to adjust and get themselves involved. And as good of a start for the staff as you could have imagined for the Stallions.
Absolutely. As the 1-2 is skied into center field. Coelho under it. He'll make the grab. And the Stallions coming to bat here in the bottom of the fourth. We'll take a step aside here on the Saugerties Stallions YouTube channel. Welcome back to the Saugerties Stallions YouTube channel, sponsored by House Mortel Realty and Insurance. Over 65 years in business for a reason. And Lots of Bagels. Stuff a bagel in your face and have a better day. I'm joined here by Dan Schaum in the Pack Hub broadcast booth. Great game we've seen so far, Dan.
Yeah, it's really been a dominant performance by the Stallions, putting up 5 runs, the exact amount they put up on Amsterdam in 9. So definitely an easier opponent here at Cantine Field tonight. The Stallions have scored in every inning so far, looking to continue that here in the bottom of the fourth.
Leading off the bottom of the fourth here for the Stallions would be Anthony Marcano.
Yeah, Marcano walked his first time up. Eventually, or did not come around to score. Excuse me, Zach Anderson came around to score in that bottom of the second, but the Stallions did load the bases in that inning before only producing 1 run.
Carlu's first pitch is fouled straight back.
Corley settling in for his second inning of work here in the bottom of the fourth. Those 2 runs scored last inning, not given up by him. Kraus still responsible for putting the runners on, so the only thing on his line so far is 1 hit given up to Evan Dieter at the end of the inning there.
The 0-1 to Marcano. Low and outside for ball 1. Carlo comes set here on the 1-1. He delivers. Swung and lined for a base hit to left center field for Marcano. And that'll bring up the top of the order, Mario Trivella.
Trivella walked in his at-bat in the bottom of the second. And just to go back to Marcano, another promising game from him. Went 1 for 5 in Boonville with an RBI. But here today, he's 1 for 1 with the single and a walk. So some nice improvement. Another guy that's on the Pack Hub feature prospect national team.
As the first pitch to Trivella goes high. Trivella waits the 1-0 pitch. High, ball 2. Marcano takes off for second. Knight fires. Marcano safe at second base. Another stolen base for the Saugerties Stallions.
Marcano's second stolen base of the night. And the Dragons pitcher as a whole have just not been mindful of the runners leading off of first and second base. That's now 6 stolen bases overall in this game for the Stallions. And there's no doubt they're going to add more.
Carlos sets for the 2-1 pitch here to Trivella. He'll foul it. Out of play, the right side.
A beautiful night here in Saugerties. We see the sun setting on our left side with the nice colors as the Stallions are in control of this game here in the bottom of the 4th.
2-2 swung on a miss for Trivella. He'll strike out here. First out of the inning for the Dragons.
First strikeout of the night for Trivella. Second strikeout of the night for Corley.
And that'll bring Byram Hot to the plate.
Hot, another one of those guys that's on the national transfer team through Pack Hub. Miami and Wake Forest scouts here tonight looking at his play.
First pitch to him is high. He walked in his last at bat.
Yeah, so far tonight, that walk was an RBI, so he's just 0 for 1, but looking to get a hit here and show the scouts why they're here to watch him.
Carlo comes set. Marcano leads off second base. He delivers the 1-0 pitch to Hot. Fouled straight back. Even the count 1-1. Corlew comes set for the 1-1 pitch. Curveball in there for strike 2. Too Hot.
Hot down 1-2 in this count. Needs to step up, protect the plate, and be gritty right here.
And the 1-2 to Hot. Swung in line to center field, but right at Meyer. He'll make the catch. Almost doubling up. Marcano at second base. Close one. Nothing you can really do there for Hot. Hit it hard, just right at him.
Great contact right there. Unfortunate it went straight to Meyer, but luckily for Stallions fans, there's another guy that can hit it hard up right now.
As Ethan Conrad comes to bat. Already home run this one in the first inning. Grounded out the third though, with the bases loaded. First pitch to him is ground to first base again. Bernardo will grab it and make the play at first to retire the inning. Score is 5-1 here. And we'll step aside here on the Saugerties Stallions YouTube channel. Welcome back to the Saugerties Stallions YouTube channel, sponsored by Saugerties Athletic Association, where having fun is what matters. I'm joined here by Dan Shalom in the Pack Hub broadcast booth.
Things have really quieted down for both teams heading into the fifth inning. No runs for either team in the fourth after we saw an offensive outburst by the Stallions in the first three, as Elias Conway will settle in for his second inning of work.
Yes.
Didn't let up a hit in his bottom of the fourth, or in the top of the fourth, excuse me, and looking to continue that here in the top of the fifth.
Yes. Conway will start off the inning against Caden Bernardo.
That was a nice snag there by Anderson behind the plate. I know our producer, AJ DiBenedetto, enjoyed that one. Former catcher himself in high school.
The 1-0 to Bernardo is sky to right field. Ethan Conrad settles under it. He'll make the grab. And one away here for the Stallions.
And we saw Conrad struggle with one against Amsterdam. He lost that one in the lights. Amsterdam would get runners on second and third, who would eventually come in to score in that game. No trouble here tonight, though, in the top of the fifth.
And that'll bring up Adrian Karen. First pitch to Karen here. In the top half of the zone for strike one.
Karen, the Amherst product, standing at 5'10", 170, the freshman in his first season with Glens Falls.
The 0-1. Caught the bottom of the zone. 0-2 now. As Conley looks for another strikeout here.
He's got two so far in this game, searching for number 3.
A little far outside there. Anderson couldn't handle that one. And the count moved to 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. In there, strike 3 looking. Third strikeout of the night for Elias Conway.
His first backwards K of the night. Really showing confidence, calmness, no pressure in this one, dictating the game at his pace, and it's really working for him.
And that'll bring to the plate Jack Friend. As he chops the first one and misses.
Friend flew out over to second in his first trip to the plate. Went 0 for 3 against Albany a couple days ago.
The 0-1. Down and inside.
Friend still searching for his first hit of the season. 0 for 6 overall with no hit against Amsterdam in the home opener, and then nothing against Albany, as we mentioned, on June 1st.
And the moment to him is fouled straight back. And the count moved to 1-2.
Another favorable pitcher's count here for Conway. Searching for his 4th strikeout of the game. He's now had his season total bumped up to 9.
Conway looks in. The 1-2 count. Delivers. Ball. Inside. Two-two's inside, and that'll make the count full. Friend battling back here after going down early.
Conway at risk of giving up his first base runner of the game right here.
Comes to 3-2. He struck him out, swinging a miss for Friend. Stallions get this one with no traffic on the base paths. Recio, Genther, and Quelo due up. We'll step aside here on the Saugerties Stallions YouTube channel. Welcome back to the Saugerties Stallions YouTube channel. I'm joined by Dan Chalum. Ulster Federal Bank. Get rewarded at Ulster Federal Credit Union. And Vincent Longo, making your vision to become a reality. Two sponsors for the Saugerties Stallions. Leading off the inning for the Stallions is going to be Ryan Recio here.
Recio so far in this game, the home run in the first inning, lined out to short in that third. 1 for 2 on the day.
Hit the ball hard both at bats. First pitch from Carlo is in there, bottom of the strike zone.
Played hero against Amsterdam after the Stallions loaded up the bases in the bottom of the ninth. Was able to drive home the winning run. And since then, the homer in the first inning, really getting himself going here in the fourth game of the season.
The 0-1. The top half of the strike zone there. Moving the count to 0-2.
And Corley's done a nice job. Only given up 2 hits so far through 2 innings of work.
The 0-2 from Corlew hits Recio. And he'll be awarded first base. Looks like a curveball. I got away from him right there.
Yeah, Recio's first walk of the season comes by way of the hit by pitch. And it'll bring up the designated hitter Fritz Genther, who's 2 for 2 on the day with 2 singles.
Genther steps up to the plate here. Corlew comes set. High, ball 1.
Genther 2 straight hits after going 0 for 4 against Amsterdam on Sunday.
The 1-0 pitch is high and outside, ball 2. Corlew doing a little bit more checking on the runners, it seems, this inning, after the Stallions have already stolen 6 bases this game. He'll check him right there. Comes set. Here comes the 2-0 from Corlew. Popped up behind us here, moving the count to 2-1.
Resio really not getting that big of a lead off of first after 7 stolen bases so far in the game for the Stallions. A big part of that, when we look at the pitcher here, is how he hides the ball. Corley, you really can't see it come out of his hand till the very last second, as we just saw right there. Not allowing Resio to really get anything going over there at first because of the risk of being picked off.
Counts 3-1 now to Genther. And the 3-1 pitch is high, ball 4. Genther will get aboard with a walk.
Back-to-back walks. This is seeming eerily similar to when the Stallions got going in that second, when back-to-back walks to Anderson and Marcano led to bases loaded and then a run scoring.
And the Stallions doing a really good job of staying disciplined here tonight. As the Dragons manager will come out and have a chat with Corley.
We've seen things get out of hand for the Glens Falls Dragons in these past few games. Their scores have been 12-4 versus Amsterdam, 11-0 against Albany, 9-4 against Albany, and then 15-5 last night to Oneonta. All of those being losses, and the last game they actually won was against the Stallions right here on July 26th in a doubleheader. They won Game 2. The Stallions winning Game 1 on July 26th. So the Stallions still looking to avenge themselves from last season, not winning the last game, and they have a great chance right here. This is also the worst start to a season ever for the Dragons, and that's been highlighted by the 12.72 ERA that they've had on the mound.
Mike Quello coming to bat here with runners on first and second.
And the Dragons are a competitive team for the most part. They made the playoffs last year, lost 8-5 in the first round to the Mohawk Valley Diamond Dogs, and have seen success in the past, but really just an abysmal start to the season where they need to get things turned around here early on.
Let's be a quick time here. Not sure what that's about. The umpire and Knight are going to the mound. Interesting.
I think this is just a play here to settle down Corley. He really hasn't faced any adversity in this game. Runners at first and second right now with nobody out in the inning. And I think that's just a move by Knight to calm him down, settle. He's thrown a lot of balls with back-to-back walks. And they're trying to change that here with Quayo at the plate.
Corley comes set, runners up versus second. The 1-0. In there, 1-1. Off-speed pitch, caught the bottom of the zone there.
Quayo also had a walk in his last at-bat in the third inning. Eventually came around to score, which helped the Stallions get them to a 5-1 lead.
The 1-1 from Corley. Tap backwards. And the count will go to 1-2 here.
Quayo batting 143 coming into this game. Now that number just a little bit less with that ground out to short. A guy with a lot of talent, just struggling to find himself early on this season with the Stallions.
The 1-2 to Quayo. Fouled to the right side there.
The Stallions as a team batting .321 through their first 3 games of the season. That's a number that's been showing once again here tonight with the 5-1 lead in the bottom of the 5th here at Cantine Field.
Fouled again to the right, back to the right side. And even when the Stallions are getting out, they're still hitting the ball very hard. A lot of lineouts to center and short in this game.
Yeah, the only hitter that hasn't reached base for the Stallions is Rich Rodriguez, who's on deck right now for Saugerties.
The 1-2 to Cuello. Runner's going. Knight throws to third. Safe. Resio is safe there at third base. Got a very good jump. 2 more stolen bases for the Stallions here. I believe that brings the total to 9.
That's now 8 stolen bases on the day, but it comes at a price with the strikeout to Cuello. 1 out in this inning, and that's the 3rd strikeout of the game for Corley.
That'll bring up Rich Rodriguez, as you mentioned. Hasn't reached base yet safely in this one. First pitch to him is high and inside for ball 1.
The only Stallion to not reach base safely in this game so far. Rodriguez looking to get himself on base and drive in a runner here with 1 out. A sac fly does the job. Corners are in here for the Dragons as well.
One-0 is just low. Moving the count to 2-0 now. Corley takes a second to guide himself here. Steps on the mound.
Rodriguez had 2 RBIs in the game against Amsterdam. Same exact situation here. 2nd and 3rd, another chance to drive in 2.
To Rodriguez. Fouled back to the right side. Now to play. Corley comes set. The 2-1. High. 3-1 count to Rodriguez.
The 3-1 count right here. The Dragons really have to be mindful of loading the bases. Evan Dieter on deck. He had a 2 RBI single in his last trip to the dish. So not a guy that you want to give a situation to where he can drive in runs.
The 3-1 to Rodriguez. Curveball. In there for strike 2. Very good pitch there, 3-1.
The off-speed has been a big point of pitching here for the Dragons in this entire game. We saw it with Krause, who just kept spiking the ball, but Corley a lot more effective.
The 3 to Rodriguez in the dirt. He'll walk and reach base safely for the first time in this game. And that'll bring up Evan Dieter.
So now all Stallions have reached base safely in this game. And it's once again Corley hurting himself. 3 walks in this inning to load the bases. And now a prime opportunity for Dieter to get it going once again with the bases loaded and 1 out in the inning.
First pitch from Corley to Dieter. High. Ball 1.
Double play will get the Dragons out of this inning with 1 out, but at the same time, anything hit to the outfield should score a 6th run here for the Stallions.
Another ball thrown by Corley. He's kind of lost his zone here.
Yeah, after having a really clean start and only giving up 2 hits through 2 innings, he's loaded the bases off of 3 walks. Really uncharacteristic here for Corley in this bottom of the 5th.
Corley comes set. The 2-0 count. High again. 3-0.
So once again, a 3-0 count. The Dragons putting themselves in really hard situations to get out of here in the bottom of the 5th. Nearly, you can say, a run guaranteed in this at-bat with the 3-0 count to Dieter.
The 3-0 pitch. Inside, ball 4, and that'll walk in Resio at third base. And an RBI for Dieter.
RBI walk there from Dieter, and that's now 4 walks in this inning. It's not as if the ball has even been put in play. It's just Corley not being able to find his spot, hurting himself. That's led to the Stallions scoring to their 6th run of the game.
Yeah, the Dragons coach out of their dugout looking down in the bullpen to see if their guy in the bullpen is ready. Because 4 walks in 1 inning is not too good. As Anderson pops up the first pitch, going to Wu at second base. He'll make the play.
Yeah, infield fly rule there, so no doubt that Anderson was going to be out with contact, but another opportunity here for Marcano to keep his 1-for-1 day going with the bases loaded and 2 outs.
Corley comes set. The first pitch to Marcano is also popped up to first baseman Bernardo. He sails under it, and he'll make the grab. 3 base runners stranded here in the bottom of the 5th. Hart, Meyer, and Kleinman do up the next half of the inning. We'll step aside here on the Saugerties Stallions YouTube channel. Welcome back to the Saugerties Stallions YouTube channel. I'm joined with Dan Shalom here in the Pack Hub broadcast booth. And Dan, we got a beautiful sunset here over Cantine Field.
A beautiful night for baseball here in Saugerties, and the Stallions are making the most of it. Up 6-1, headed into the top of the 6th, and really a blown opportunity there in the bottom of the 5th. After 4 walks in that inning, the Stallions only able to get 1 run across on back-to-back pop-ups in the infield, but still leading by 5 in the top of the 6th. You're comfortable, you're happy right now if you're a Stallions fan, as they're looking to improve to 4-0 on the season. 3-0 is the best start of all time to a season for the Stallions since we've started tracking in 2021, and looking to continue that here tonight against the Dragons.
Yeah, stepping in here to start off at the top of the 6th for the Dragons will be Ryan Hart. First pitch to Hart is in the lower half of the strike zone.
Conway has pitched a great game so far through 2 innings, starting in the 4th. Retired 6 straight batters, everybody going down in order, along with 4 strikeouts to go along with it.
Yes, this is Conway's 2nd appearance this year, and both have looked pretty solid so far.
Yeah, had 6 strikeouts in that first one, didn't let up a run, and is basically performing the same here tonight at Cantine Field.
As he has Hart 0-2 here. Down low, ball 1.
You look at Conway, Delaware product, a very competitive program playing the likes of Penn State and a lot of Big Ten schools, which gives him experience to come and be effective here in Saugerties this summer.
The 1-2 to Hart, outside, 2-2. I'll take a second to settle down here. Gets the sign from Anderson. The 2-2. Swung on, missed. Another strikeout here for Conway.
Conway's 3rd straight strikeout, and wow, what a start for him. It's 5 so far in this game, and that's now 7 straight batters that have gone down for the Dragons.
Certainly is dealing here tonight. And that'll bring Cody Meyer to the plate. First pitch to him is a blazing fastball in there for strike one.
Meyer 0 for 1 in this game with the line out to shortstop. In his game against Oneonta yesterday, went 1 for 4 with a single and a strikeout, batting .231 this season.
The 0 to Meyer's a bit low for ball one.
Now, you want to hear something interesting about Cody Meyer? Eventually, he wants to have a job as a detective. So pursuing baseball right now, but eventually wants to serve on the force.
That is very interesting. As that last pitch to Meyer was a strike, moving the count to 1-2. 1-2 is hit in the hole between Hott and Travella. Meyer will reach base with a single.
It's the first hit given up in this start here for Conway. After retiring 7 straight, the Glens Falls Dragons finally break through, and they have a runner on here with 1 out in the top of the 6th.
And that'll bring up the top of the order, Cato Kleinman.
Lefty on lefty matchup. Kleinman's 2 for 2 in this game with 2 singles.
First pitch to Kleinman's high and inside.
He's kind of an Jose Altuve-esque type of player, standing at around 5'10", but so effective at the plate as we've seen here tonight.
Now let's see if Conway can put him down for the first time in this one. As the second pitch to him is fouled back, even the count at 1-1.
Kleinman, also another guy that has traveled a long way to be here this summer. He's from Westlake Village, California, and he's now in the transfer portal again. He's a switch hitter and also speaks Japanese.
Whoa. As the 1-1 to him is fouled towards the home bleachers. One, two here. Conway threatening for another strikeout. He comes set. 1-2. Hit to Rodriguez. Too hot. Not in time at first, but they will get Meyer at second base. 2 outs in the inning for the Stallions.
Fielder's choice there. Rodriguez opts to go to second. Can't get over to Resio, in time over at first. With 2 outs in the inning, Kyle Wu comes to the dish.
Kyle Wu fouls the first pitch right over his dugout.
Wu 1 for 2 in this game with a single in the first and then a ground out over to second in the top of the third.
The 0-1 from Conway. In the dirt, gets past Anderson, and Kleinman will reach second without a problem.
First time that Anderson has let up a ball that has come to hurt him. We saw last night Josh Blackmore give up 5. Anderson doing a much better job here tonight. The first one there, that was a tough pitch in the dirt, and hopefully it doesn't come back to bite the Stallions here with 2 outs in the top of the 6th.
The 1-1 to Wu. Right by him. Couldn't get up to that fastball. Moving the count to 1-2.
Wu, another guy from out west, from Mercer Island, Washington. He's a graduate of Wheaton College, and 3 younger brothers all playing baseball. So a big baseball family for Kyle Wu, the graduate student.
The 1-2. Weakly hit to the pitcher. And Wu will be retired at first base. Conway strands Kleinman at second. Marcano, Travella, and Hott due up for the Stallions in the bottom of the 6th. We'll step aside here on the Saugerties Stallions YouTube channel. Welcome back to the Saugerties Stallions YouTube channel, brought to you by Clapper, providing innovative and practical engineering solutions.
New arm on the mound here for the Glens Falls Dragons in the bottom of the sixth. It's Ryan Jackson, the 6'1" redshirt freshman out of the College of St. Rose.
Yeah, we'll see if Jackson can be the one to completely quiet the Stallions' offense. Only not scoring a run in 1 of the 5 innings.
Yeah, Corley pitched 3 2/3, ended up giving up only 1 earned run, actually, because the 2 that he did give up were on the line of Kraus as they were left on base when he got pulled for the game.
Yes. And leading it off here in the bottom of the 6th will be Mario Travella. And the first pitch from Jackson tonight is high and outside for ball 1. The Dragons pitchers tonight struggling to find the strike zone. We'll see if Jackson can have a little bit better luck here tonight. As the 1-0 is swung on and missed by Travella.
So the final line from Corley, 3 2/3 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 earned run, 4 walks on 3 strikeouts. Would have been clean if he didn't walk 4 runners in a row in that last bottom of the 5th.
Yep. Travella sees the 1-1 pitch down for ball 2. Jackson delivers the 2-1 pitch right by Travella.
Jackson's ERA sitting at 2, pitched 2 innings, giving up 2 runs and 2 hits against Albany on June 1st. That was a 9-4 loss for the Dragons. So looking to settle in and lower those numbers a little bit here against the Stallions.
2-2 to Travella is fouled right over the Dragons dugout. The 2-2 down. 3-2 count here for Travella.
And that's been the story of the game, just trouble finding the strike zone for nearly all of the Dragons pitchers so far.
And the Stallions are staying very disciplined. 3-2. Broken bat, blooper right over Wu's head. Gonna be a single for Travella. Broken bat was scary, almost hit one of the players.
It's Travella's first hit of the game right there. After going 0 for 2 with the walk, so the Stallions in business here in the bottom of the 6th.
And that'll bring up Byram Hott to the plate.
Hott in this game so far with a walk and a line out to center field in his last at-bat. Had hard contact, just wasn't able to find the field. Another guy who's a national transfer team portal guy through Pack Hub.
Hott watches the first pitch in there for strike 1.
4th at-bat of the day. We talked to the U Miami scout before the game, and Hott's a guy that they're circling on their rosters along with Conrad. Of course, Conrad performing better tonight, but the teammates at Marist both with lots of potential.
As Hott hits one into center field, it's going to get down for a single, and Travella move up to second.
Hott gets his first hit of the game. It's back-to-back singles for the Stallions here in the bottom of the 6th.
Just the guy you want up in this situation. Here comes Ethan Conrad. Already with 1 home run here tonight. Also 2 groundouts, though.
Conrad in this game, the home run like you mentioned, but in back-to-back trips to the dish, groundouts to first base. So trying to find himself here in the bottom of the 6th.
Not even just groundouts. Groundouts with runners on base. Jackson's first pitch to Conrad. Low and away for ball 1. Good stop there from Knight behind the plate to keep the runners from advancing.
Conrad's a guy that batted .389 at Marist this past season. Absolutely tore it up. Thought, hey, it's time for me to go to a bigger program. Hops in the portal. And now searching for his next school with Wake Forest and UMiami scouts on hand here tonight.
Second pitch inside, almost hit him. He'll get out of the way. Moving the count to 2-0. Jackson comes set. Checks Trevella at second. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Low and outside, 3-0 to Conrad.
It's great plate discipline there for Conrad. As much as he wants to swing in front of these scouts, showing why he's been such an effective player for Marist this past season and batting .538 for the Stallions here to start the campaign.
Jackson delivers the 3-0. High off the umpire. And he'll walk. Loading the bases for the walk-off hero on Sunday night, Ryan Resio.
Yeah, Resio coming to the dish now. Also homered in this game, got hit by a pitch in his last trip to the dish, and things have gone from clean to messy quickly for Ryan Jackson, allowing his first 3 hitters to get on base by way of back-to-back singles and then a walk right there, a 4-pitch walk to Conrad.
Yeah, Knight wants to talk it over really quick with Jackson after loading the bases with no outs.
Nobody in the pen for the Dragons, so it's Jackson or bust here in the bottom of the 6th.
Jackson's first pitch to Resio. Strike one. Resio tried to hold up there, but ended up going for that one, and 0-1 count.
Resio's mom in town. We had dinner with Resio last night after the game in the stable, the club here at the ballpark. Had a nice off day with his mom. They went out to breakfast yesterday morning, and now she's here for the game tonight.
The 1-1 Resio. He'll sky that one deep to right field. Gouveia is on it, and Trevella will score on the sacrifice fly. Good job there from Resio getting the runner across the plate. And the Stallions are now up 7-1.
Yeah, Resio just doing his job there with the sac fly, not letting the moment get too big. With nobody out and the bases loaded, a perfect way to manufacture a run, and the Stallions have a 6-run lead.
And that'll
Jarrett May is going to be the pinch hitter here for the Stallions in the bottom of the 6th. May played out in Boonville last time around. Was effective in that one with a hit. Looking to try and get something going here, and he has the iconic Baby Shark song as his walk-up. His first at-bat here at home at Cantine Field.
Dan, what are your thoughts on this song?
I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan. And it's a little bit of a surprising move here from head coach Colin Martin. It's a 7-1 game, sure, but DH Fritz Genther has gone 2 for 2 with the walk here tonight, but maybe just trying to get May some reps, some at-bats. He didn't play last night, so it's his first time appearing since Boonville on 6-1. May will take Genther's spot as the DH and the 5-hole hitter in the lineup. Genther leaves the game with 2 stolen bases, a 2 for 2 line, and a walk.
As May steps in the box here, we're ready to get back to the action. Jack's looking for the sign. He'll come set. Ethan Conrad stealing second base. No throw.
That's a great move there. Really good intuition by the Stallions to send that runner over, because if Knight throws down to second there, Hott is flying home with his speed and scoring another run.
Runners at second and third now for May. Prime RBI opportunity for him. The 0-1 pitch. Down. Knight doing a good job of blocking that one there, keeping the runners from advancing.
May's played 2 games this season, played the first 2 at Oneonta and at Boonville, had 6 at-bats in that time and recorded a hit at Oneonta and scored in 4 at-bats at Boonville on June 1st.
The 1-1 from Jackson. Low. 2-1 to Jeremy here.
May batting 167 this season, trying to drive in a couple runs. Once again, the sac fly will do the trick in this situation with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th.
The 2-1 to May. Down again. 3-1. May working himself into a good hitter's count here.
Stallions now outscoring their opponents 32-9 through 4 games. The offensive start that head coach Colin Martin wanted, and the pitching has been superb for pitching coach Rich Doobie.
3-1 is swung on and missed here for Jeremy, moving the count full.
And May, another Weber product that came up with head coach Colin Martin here for the summer season.
3-2. Inside, ball 4. That'll load the bases here for Michael Coelho.
So May works a walk in his first at-bat of the game. And Mike Coelho had a strikeout in his last at-bats, batting 0 for 2 today, had a walk in the 3rd and would eventually come around to store a prime opportunity here with the bases loaded and 1 out. At the bottom of the 6th.
Coelho is high, ball 1.
Once again, Jackson has struggled to find the strike zone. The Dragons pitchers have really put themselves in tough spots. That's now 6 walks from the bat, combining the past 2 innings for the Dragon staff.
The 1-0 to Coelho is inside, 2-0. It looks like we have another pitcher in the bullpen. Not warming up yet, but he's just out there stretching.
Here's the pitch.
Upstairs. 3-0 to Coelho. Bases loaded here in the bottom of the 6th. And the 3-0 pitch from Jackson. Outside, ball 4. Another walk and another RBI for Coelho. The Stallions will now be up 8-1 as Rich Rodriguez comes to bat here.
It's the 3rd RBI walk of the game for the Stallions, showing some great plate discipline here tonight.
And if you're the Glens Falls Dragons coaching staff, that is not something you want to look at. 3 walk RBIs. First pitch to Rodriguez is in there. Looks like a curveball.
$11 total walks given up by the Dragons in this game.
Jackson fooled Rodriguez with that pitch there, moving the count to 0-2.
Rodriguez has one of those walks, 0 for 2 in this game.
He hits it hard but foul down the third baseline. Rodriguez still searching for his first hit in this one. Here comes the 0-2. Curveball. Right back to the pitcher. He'll go home tonight. He'll go 2 first to Bernardo, and he'll get out of the jam. A 1-2-3 double play there for the Glens Falls Dragons. That'll do it for Stallions this inning. We get 2 runs in this inning, and we'll step aside here on the Saugerties Stallions YouTube channel. Welcome back to the Saugerties Stallions YouTube channel. We're going to make another call to the Dallas Hot Wieners bullpen, bringing the hot sauce out of the Dallas Hot Wieners bullpen. Who do we got here, Dan?
We got number 32, Nick Pettit. Pettit started the first game of the season for the Stallions. Pitched clean. That was 3 innings in that one, along with a load of strikeouts. I believe it was 6. So he's going to come in here to round out the last 3 innings of this game. The right-handed pitcher standing at 6'3", 200, the rising redshirt senior out of Radford University down in Radford, Virginia. Pettit was our player of the game in Oneonta in the first game of the season. And it's seeming like right now Elias Conway is going to be that way. The Stallions pitcher for the last 3 innings exits with the line of 3 innings pitched. 1 hit, no runs, no walks, and 5 strikeouts.
Really just a beautiful outing from Conway. The first pitch of the night from Pettit is just outside for ball 1. The 102 Gouveia is inside for ball 2.
So 2024 as a redshirt junior, 24 innings pitched for Pettit, 28 hits, 14 earned runs.
As Gouveia hits it hard down the left field line, and Hart makes a diving attempt but cannot make it. It's going to go into the fence for a ground rule double.
Yeah, Pettit just leaves one over the plate right there. A hard ball hit into the left field corner. Nothing for Dieter to do out there. It goes out, and it's a ground rule double early on right there for Justin Gouveia.
That'll bring to the plate Jack Griffin. If I remember correctly, Pettit's first start started out with a runner on base as well. But
Yes,
he was able to settle down and get the next
worked out of the jam.
Yes.
It's the first double for the Dragons in this game. As I was saying before, Pettit at Radford had a 5.25 ERA, 23 strikeouts, 17 walks, and so far this season hasn't surrendered a run for the Stallions.
The 1-0 pitch to Griffin. Outside, ball 2. Pettit's having a little bit of a struggle to find the strike zone here. Throwing 4 balls to 1 strike so far.
Glens Falls hasn't scored a run since that top of the first where they took a 1-0 lead. Since then, have been stopped for the most part. The Stallions pitching has been clean.
The 2 to Griffin. In there, strike 1, bottom of the zone. As Pettit comes set. The 2-1. In there, strike 2, even the count.
Off speed right there was really nice by Pettit, able to locate that one near the top of the zone. Has to be wary about that, but a nice stealth pitch gets him into a favorable pitcher's count.
Pettit comes set. He'll check Gueva at second base, and his 2-2 pitch is fouled off down the first baseline. The 2-2 to Griffin. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for the Saugerties Stallions pitching staff tonight.
Second batter that Pettit faces is a strikeout, and he's up to 7 total on the season now.
That'll bring Christian Knight to the plate.
Knight 0 for 2 tonight, flew out to center field in his last at-bat.
First pitch, Knight sees the curveball in there on the bottom half of the strike zone. Yeah, Knight not having a good night at the plate, but he has had a few good stops behind the plate.
Still searching for his first hit of the campaign.
The 0-1 is fouled straight back. Another pitcher's count here for Nick Pettit.
Make sure to keep it right here on the Stallions YouTube channel. Tomorrow night, 7:05 p.m., The Stallions host Albany, who they are tied with at the top of the standings right now. Albany at 3-0 with the off day today. We'll play the Stallions tomorrow here at home.
The 0-2 tonight. Outside, ball one.
And also, if you haven't yet, make sure to go check out The Stable, our Saugerties Stallions podcast. We had head coach Colin Martin on this week on the Monday. We'll be releasing a new episode on Thursday with Ethan Conrad, so make sure to find all that info on our social medias to tune into that.
Knight watches the 1-2 pitch right down the middle, it seems, for strike three. And Pettit's second strikeout of the night.
It's back-to-back strikeouts for Pettit. And I'll look to close it out here against Bernardo after giving up a double to lead off this inning. Actually, excuse me, there's going to be a pinch hitter here for the Dragons.
Number 2. Zoen Collins is going to be pinch hitting here for the Dragons.
Zoen Collins out of Cobleskill, New York. He's in the portal, played last season at Dominican College, and he's Section 2 League second team All-Star in high school. The infielder stands at 6'4", 212, so a big guy.
The first pitch to Collins. Fouled back. Pett doing a good job of settling in here after getting a hit and starting down to Jack Griffin. The 0-1. Bounce off the plate. It's going to get to the backstop, and Gouveia is going to advance to third base.
And that's once again been a problem for the Stallions. Even though they've won against Amsterdam and are leading here by 7, the pass balls have been an issue. That's now 7 in the past 2 games by Anderson and by Blackmore, respectively, together. So they're going to need to tighten that up as the season goes on. Second stolen base of the night there
Gouveia
for the
leads
Dragons.
off third. The 1-1 to Collins. Low. Ball 2. The 2-1 to Collins. In there, strike 2.
That was really nice off speed there by Pettit to get himself into a favorable pitcher's count with 2-2.
Perfectly placed. Pettit looking to strand Gouveia at third base. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Nick Pettit. And he strikes out the side here in the top of the 7th. We'll keep it right here for the 7th inning stretch. And Steyer's Hudson Valley Auto Inc. Over 50 years, keeping you on the road.
Yeah, Casey, we're in the bottom of the 7th here, and the real story of this game for the Stallions, even though they've scored 8 runs, is 12 runners left on base. They've had the bases loaded in 3 innings, and have only been able to score 1 run, and then 2 runs in each of those innings, respectively. So this game could be a lot larger lead than we see right now.
This game could be over right now if they scored
It could be over right now, as we remember the 10-run mercy rule. If the Stallions do score 3 runs here in this bottom half, the game will be over.
As Dieter lines it up the middle for a single.
Great day at the dish for Dieter. 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs.
Very good day for him. And that'll bring up to the plate the catcher, number 55, Zach Anderson.
Anderson, the Ohio State product, is 0 for 2 tonight with a walk. Trying to get himself going here in the bottom of the 7th and get the Stallions fans out of here early.
Jackson deals the first pitch. It's a low to Anderson. The 1-0. In there, strike 1. Looks like an off-speed pitch, caught the top of the zone. One is low for make the count 2-1.
And there's been so much off speed today dealt by the Dragons. The Stallions have done such a great job with the plate discipline. You really haven't seen any of these hitters swing with balls down in the dirt.
Yeah, the Dragons doing a lot of off-speed pitches, but they're not doing a lot of checking the runners. The Stallions have stolen 8 bases in this one. Oh, as Anderson grounds it up the middle of the second baseman, and he'll double him up. Kyle Wu takes that one by himself.
Glens Falls sticking in it here with Marcano coming to bat. Marcano in this game, 1 for 2, a single and a walk.
First pitch to Marcano. Swung at and missed.
The Dragons coming into this game a 12.72, worst in the league ERA. They've only given up 8 runs here tonight, but definitely still time for things to get out of hand.
Especially with the top of the order due up very soon here. Marcano awaits the 1-1 pitch from Jackson. He deals. Swung at a low pitch there. Could have been a ball, but...
And that's one of the rare instances we see of the Stallions chasing pitches here in this game.
Yeah, they've been very disciplined tonight, working a lot of walks. The 1-2 Marcano is outside, even the count at 2-2. end the inning for the Stallions offensively as Jackson strikes out Marcano. We'll step aside here on the Saugerties Stallions YouTube channel. Welcome back to the Saugerties Stallions YouTube channel. Brought to you by Sawyer Motors / Sawyer Chevy. The Sawyer Car Show takes over Saugerties Sunday, July 7th.
Top of the 8th here at the ballpark. Pettit settling in for his second inning of work. Gave up a leadoff double before striking out 3 straight batters to end the inning in that top of the 7th.
Yeah, Pettit's done a really good job here so far in the campaign. Not allowing a run in the first showing and not allowing a run in the first inning here.
Gave up no runs in that game in Oneonta. No runs here tonight. And the strikeouts now up to 9 on the day.
Now doing the pinch hitting here is Trey Mariano. 6'6" rising sophomore out of Cohoes, New York.
Yeah, plays this college ball at the University of Toledo, weighs 230 pounds. A big guy, to say the least. He's played every game so far for the Dragons, is batting .125 with 1 hit and 3 strikeouts.
Yeah, looking to get the Dragons rolling here, as they've been pretty stagnant offensively since the first inning.
So Adrian Caron's night, who's batting in this 7th spot, ends with 2 strikeouts. 0 for 2 is the designated hitter.
And it looks like we're all set here to begin playing. Top of the 8th. First pitch to Mariano is inside, ball 1.
So back-to-back pinch hitters here for the Dragons, just trying to get anything going in back-to-back innings.
Nice fastball there from Pettit to even the count 1-1. The 1-1 to Mariano is swung and missed at. Count moves to 1-2 for
all
Pettit.
of the Stallions pitchers tonight, extreme confidence on the bump. Van Valkenburg with 4 strikeouts, Conway with 5 strikeouts, and now Pettit hunting his 4th.
As he gets it right there. A 4th strikeout for Pettit on the night. Gets Mariano to fall down.
That's now 4 straight batters that have gone down by way of the strikeout from Pettit.
And another pinch hitter here for the Dragons is going to be Shane Weatherington. Shane Weatherington, a 6'2", 190-pound rising freshman from the college, University of Pittsburgh, Bradford.
Pettit pitching against another guy who's very tall, 6'2", 190, but getting ahead once again, searching now for 5 straight.
As Weatherington will foul it back.
3 straight pinch hitters here for the Dragons, just offloading the bench, getting some guys some ABs here in the top of the 8th, knowing that this game is most likely over.
And the 0-2 from Pettit. just upstairs. And it'll be 1-2.
The Stallions as a staff tonight, 12 strikeouts. That's pretty good if you ask me. 4 straight innings of strikeouts.
Another foul ball here, right over the visitors' bleachers. The 1-2 to Weatherington. Fouled again. Weatherington not going out without a fight here. As Pettit comes set for the 1-2 pitch. He delivers. Strikeout looking, another strikeout here for Pettit. Weatherington goes down looking, and that'll bring up Ryan Hart.
Andrew Gabriel, another pinch hitter here for the Dragons. That's now 4 straight pinch hitters in a row.
As he grounds it up the middle, Rodriguez will grab it and retire Gabriel at first. No issue here for Pettit in the top of the 8th inning. And Stallions will have Trivella, Hott, and Conrad due up in the bottom of the 8th. You're watching the Saugerties Stallions here on the Saugerties Stallions YouTube channel. We'll step aside. Welcome back to the Saugerties Stallions YouTube channel. The Stallions are up here 8-1 in the bottom of the 8th inning. And wow, the pitching has been amazing for the Stallions, Sam.
Yeah, that's been the storyline of this game. Jace Van Valkenburg got it going. 3 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 4 strikeouts. Then Elias Conway comes in. He pitches 3 innings, 5 strikeouts with a single hit. And Pettit following that exact same line except in less innings. He's got 5 strikeouts in 2 with 1 hit so far. Pettit so far this season has now pitched in total 6 innings, 0 runs given up, and just 4 hits. He's been stellar for Saugerties.
Yeah, he's been absolutely dominant this year, and it's been fun to watch. Looks like we're going to have a pitching change here for the Glens Falls Dragons. We'll get that name for you in a moment. His first batter will be Mario Trivella.
Trivella so far in this game, he is 1 for 2 along with a walk.
And the pitcher is going to be Adrian Karen. He was a
9.
Excuse me. Pitcher's going to be J.J. Trudeau.
Yeah, Trudeau this season, 5'10 freshman. At Dominican College, weighs 160 pounds, pitched a singular inning in the game against Albany on June 1st. In that, had 1 earned run on 3 hits, so the ERA standing at 9. But such a small sample size, you really can't judge anything just yet.
Yeah. As his 1-1 pitch is low, but it looks like Trevella swung, and it's going to be a 1-2 count. And the 1-2 pitch to Trivella. Curveball, he just kind of spoils that one. Looked a little fooled. And we'll do it again. Trudy looking for the sign. Comes set. Delivers the 1-2. Trivella lines it into left field for a single. Now coming to play will be Byram Hott.
Hott had a single in his last at-bat. Currently today he's 1 for 2 with an RBI walk.
Trudy comes set. First pitch to Hott is, looks like a hit off of Hott, so it's going to be a foul ball.
Now, these at-bats here in the bottom of the 8th for Hott and Conway, so crucial with the scouts from Miami and Wake Forest being here. Getting in those extra at-bats at the end of the game can make all the difference for them while they're in the Pac Cup portal.
Trudy comes set with the 0-1 count. Low to Byram Hott. Good block there from Knight, not allowing Trivella to advance.
Jackson's final line before Trudeau took over here in the bottom of the 8th. 2 innings pitch, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 3 walks, along with 1 strikeout.
Trudeau's 1-1 pitch to Hott is hit deep into right field, but no problem for Gouveia. First out here in the bottom of the 8th, and that'll bring up Ethan Conrad. 1 for 3 tonight with that home run, 2 groundouts and a walk.
Conrad, the homer in the first inning, since then quieted down. Back-to-back groundouts to first base, and then a walk there in the bottom of the 6th. So far today, he is 1 for 3.
Trudeau's first pitch to Conrad is a curveball in there for strike 1.
The Stallions just 3 outs away from 4-0, their best start ever since we started tracking here in the point streak era.
Yes, as Conrad watches the second pitch outside for ball 1. Drill takes off for second base. He is canned at second base. Good throw there from Knight behind the plate to get Trivella at second base.
Trivella didn't have a stolen base in this game. Didn't get that good of a jump, and Knight was able to gun him down there at second.
That's the first time Knight's been able to throw out a runner in this game. The Stallions have a plethora of stolen bases tonight.
7 stolen bases in total for the Stallions here at Cantine Field.
The 1-2 to Conrad is fouled off to the right side. He'll do it again. Here comes the 1-2 to Conrad. Low and outside for ball 2. Conrad doing a good job of working the count here.
We've seen such discipline from Conrad. He's put himself in such good situations. 3 out of the 4 times he's been up tonight, it's been with 2 outs, and he's had favorable hitter counts.
Another ball here. 3-2 to Ethan Conrad. As you mentioned, he's very disciplined at the plate, but he also can tend to be very aggressive. If he sees a pitch he likes, he will swing at it, even if it's the first pitch of the at-bat. And he'll watch another one low. He'll walk again. Second walk of the night for Ethan Conrad, and that'll bring up Ryan Resio.
Back-to-back walks, and now the walk counter is up to 13 for the Dragons in this game. Just abysmal from the pitching staff.
Yeah, not a recipe for success, that's for sure.
The Stallions haven't taken advantage, though. 12 runners left on base in this game, nearly matching the amount of walks that have been dealt out by the Dragons.
The first pitch, Resio, is on the inside half for a strike. Trudeau comes set. And Resio will chop it foul to left side here. Right past the Stallions dugout.
Still pretty hot here at Cantine Field. Despite the sun being down, definitely players still battling with the heat. At least we are here in the Pack-Up broadcast booth.
Definitely is hot up here tonight. As Resio grounds out to shortstop. Actually, be fielded short second base. That'll do it for the Stallions here in the bottom of the 8th. We're going to head to the top of the 9th here. Stallions up 8-1. We'll step aside here on the Saugerties Stallions YouTube channel.
A baseball club.
Welcome back here to the Saugerties Stallions YouTube channel. I'm joined by Dan Schaum. It's been a great night if you're a Saugerties Stallions baseball fan.
Yeah, Pettit here to close out the game. He's had a great performance, up to 12 strikeouts now on the year. Looking to make things easy for the Stallions in the top of the 9th and send the fans home happy.
Starting it off for the Dragons here in the top of the 9th is going to be Cody Meyer, the center fielder. First pitch Meyer sees is down the middle for strike one.
Pettit has only given up now 4 hits in 6 innings pitched. He's been fantastic for the Stallions so far this season. Pitched 3 at Oneonta, pitched 1 at Boonville, and now rounding out his night with the 3rd inning of work.
As he delivers the 0-2 for strike 3, looking another strikeout here for Pettit. He is dealing tonight.
It's now 6 strikeouts on the day for Pettit, and he's retired the first 7 batters that he's faced. The last 7 batters. He's faced 8. The first batter he faced was Justin Gouvet, and he gave up a double in that at-bat.
And his first pitch to Kleiman is once again in the zone for a strike. That was a curveball. Pettit working quickly here. Kleiman's going to line it right to Byram Hott.
That's Mario Travello over there at short.
You got a little bit of a defensive change here. Kyle Wu will be maybe the last batter for the Dragons if they can't get a hit here. Oh, and he grounds it over to Resio at first base. He'll grab it. He'll step on first, and that'll end the game. The Stallions win this one 8-1. Stallions having 10 hits, no errors. The Dragons having 5 hits and no errors. And Stallions move to 4-0 on the season. The Dragons will move down to 0-5.
Yeah.
Tomorrow,
Stallions stay undefeated here at home. Really a truly great display for them. Glens Falls keeps struggling. That's now 5 straight losses for them. But the Stallions need to stay wary. They're facing an undefeated Albany Baseball Club tomorrow right here at Cantine Field.
Yeah, it should be a good game tomorrow. And that'll do it for the broadcast tonight. Thank you for tuning into the Saugerties Stallions YouTube channel. Have a good night.